Hello YouTube, Geeky Austin here, and today we're going to look at the Bandai America Dragon Stars Dragon Ball Super Super Saiyan Goku. Now overall, this is not at all a bad attempt from Bandai America. The detail on him is okay, the articulation is not too bad. And this figure comes with an extra pair of hands and a Shenron head. This Goku stands at about 6.5 inches tall at the top of his hair. And here he is next to the SH Figure Arts Perfect Cell Premium Color Edition and the SH Figure Arts Piccolo. And for those who are interested, here's the box that he came in. Trying to get in the shot there. But yeah, it had Dragon Ball Super on the front, and of course it's from the new Dragon Star series by Bandai America. And Super Saiyan Goku is very nice shiny lettering right here. It's got a nice picture of Goku on the side. And on the other side it's just again Super Saiyan Goku and has Dragon Ball Super right up here at the top. And right here on the back it shows the rest of the figures that are in the first series, which is also Vegeta and Beerus. And down here it shows all the pieces that you need to connect to make Shenron, because yeah, this figure also comes with pieces to make up a Shenron, just like those Marvel action figures. So yeah, with each one you can get another piece to put Shenron together, and I do like that. That is a nice little feature. And like I said, you have Goku, Beerus, and Vegeta. In the second series I'll have Super Saiyan Vegeta, Frieza, and Standard Goku. And I definitely am going to try to get all of these, because I definitely would like to build the Shenron. And definitely a Standard Goku is a figure I would love to own, so I would be happy to do that. And the rest of it, just information on the bottom, and that's about it for the box. Now on to Goku himself. Overall, the detail on this guy is actually, just like I said earlier, it's not at all a bad attempt from Bandai America. The face looks good. You can tell easily that it is Goku. The hair is not badly sculpted. Neither is the shirt, his pants, his belt. The little bit of muscles you can see, his wrists, and his feet. Detail-wise, they did do a good job on this figure. All the details look good, and nothing looks horrible on it. Proportion-wise, it looks good as well. The only thing that might be glaring to some folks, and I understand that, would be the little peg holes right here that you can see where they popped in the joints at. Yeah, those there definitely are very distracting and ugly, but it's something minor, and I could probably say just don't worry about it. But I will go ahead and state this. While those peg holes definitely were ugly and all, and I didn't mind it, I did notice something that most folks probably did as well, but one second here. If you were to look at the box, one second, let me get this up so you can see it, excuse me. Right here on the box, this here of course is the advertised picture of Goku. If anyone were to look at it closely, you would notice one thing about the figure on it. There are no peg holes. Those ugly joints in the shoulder, the elbows, and his knees, they're not present on the advertised image. And I'm sorry Bandai, but this is kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid that you would show people what it looks like right here, but then once they get the actual figure, this is what it really looks like with all these peg holes and everything. And like I said, while it doesn't bother me, I know that there'll be some folks that'll be very upset when they look online at these pictures, or they look on the back of the box to see who else there is, and they don't notice these peg holes on the figures, but yet when they get the figure in hand, they will notice them. It's just it's minor. To me, it's very minor, but I know that some folks, it would probably upset them a lot. And as for the paint job, Again, the paint on here is actually pretty good as well. It's actually not bad. Not really a whole lot of value was given into it. There was no details for shading on it anywhere on the figure. But the colors do look good. The orange is a bit more of a yellowish orange, which, well, once again, it's more of a brighter, redder orange on here, but whatever. The blue does look good on him as well, on his cuffs and his shirt and his belt, and on his boots as well. The blue does look really good with the red line right there and the light brown rope on his feet. And there are green in his eyes and yellow for his eyebrows. If hopefully that can be picked up enough where you can see the color. And the hair is also really good, and it's a very nice shiny gold. And I happen to like the choice to go with this because for certain shots, especially in the daylight out in the sun, his hair really does pop out. It really shines, and I like that. That's definitely one of my favorite things they did. It's one of their best choices in my opinion. And as for articulation, this figure has something similar to what most of the Marvel Legend figures does, and it even has some similar things to the figure arts in some areas. The head is on a ball joint, and it can look up about that far and down that much, and you can rotate the head all the way around, and it's got a little bit of side movement, but not a whole lot because of the neck. The neck does block a little bit of it, so does the hair right there. But yeah, not too bad. The arms right here are on a swivel hinge, and because of the sculpting on the sleeve blocking it, the arms can only go up that far on the hinge and all the way down that much, and you can swivel it all the way around like that. And it's got a swivel spot right there, right at the shoulder, right there. You can swivel that all the way around. And it's got a double hinged elbow, which can go up that much, and that is really good. I do like that one. And he's got a ball jointed hinge right here at the hand, which can move up that much, move down that far, and rotate all the way around. And right here at the waist, he's got a ball joint as well, which can move up that far, down that far, and not a whole lot side to side movement. You get a little bit, and of course it can rotate all the way around. And this here is where I was trying to say is similar to figure arts at. Just like some of the old standard figures, like for example Piccolo here, the legs do have the same type of hip system that the figure arts do. By bending the legs down, you can extend them out even further. It's got almost exactly the same as the SH figure arts, which is actually pretty cool, and it's nice that he actually decided to do that. So yeah, with him extended up like this, his leg can go up that much and back about that far, and you can spread it out about like that. And when you pop them down, his legs can go up like that far out, and that far apart right there. But the only downside to this, though, is that if you have the legs down like this, yeah, his legs wobble like crazy. They're not very steady, so if you want them to stay steady, you have to have them inserted into his waist like that, so that way they stay stable. And his legs are on double hinge joints just like the elbows, and they can go all the way up that far, and of course down like that. And lastly, his feet have a ball joint, but because of the rope on there, you can't get really much out of it. It can go down that much, up that much. You can rotate it almost all the way around, and you got very, very little bit of an ankle rocker, but it's there. Now, the only downside of the articulation on this figure, and it's going to suffer for this the most. While the joints on this are actually not bad considering, they're actually not pretty good, and I do like that they borrowed some ideas from figure arts. But because of either because of the cheap plastic they used, or because of not planning it or something, many people will have this problem. I did too the moment I got him out of the box. A lot of the joints on him are weak. they're very loose, very loose. Right out of the box, Goku's arm right here was already very, very loose when I got him out of the box like this. And it's not just that arm. Over time, already, you can kind of see right there. Let me try to get a bit of an angle. Yeah, like right there, the joints in his legs are already starting to become loose. Right there, yeah. And the same can be for the head as well. You can, yeah, like I said, you can see how the head is bouncing up and down like that. Hopefully, let me see. Yeah, there. Like I said, it's probably going to be minor for some folks, because some folks probably won't be articulating these guys much. They'll probably just stick them on a shelf or put them back in their boxes. But for kids, definitely, I can see that these guys would probably become useless or would easily break within just maybe a few months, depending on how much your kid wants to play with them. Because, yeah, these joints here, some of these joints, like I said, were loose right out of the box, and this leg here mainly got loose just by me posing him for pictures. So, for the articulation overall, while it's not bad and does borrow some ideas from figure arts, it is very loose and kind of poorly made. So, just beware if you're going to buy these guys. Just be very careful with the figures, because they could easily break, I believe. And as for accessories, this Goku figure comes with one extra pair of hands, some open palm hands which you can use to make a Kamehameha blast or have him grab something. So yeah, it's nice enough that it came with that, because you could have easily just gave the figure here without any accessories at all. So it's cool they did that. It's nice. And lastly, the only other piece, of course, is a piece of Shenron, which for this Goku figure is his head. And if anything at all, just by the way they sculpted this Shenron head, how it looks and how nice it is, Shenron is the main reason to get this set, definitely. Because they did such a good job on him, because you can see all the scales on him, the teeth, while it's not painted the best, it does look good. The eyes, the teeth, the whiskers. You can see, of course, all the hair sculpted on the side, his antlers. And there's even some more scale detail right there under his neck. So yeah, the Shenron head is pretty cool, and it does make you really want to get the rest of him, and that's what I plan to do. As I stated, I do plan to get all these other guys so I can build the Shenron figure. I've got the head, and that's a start. So I don't know if I will go in the order of 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I'm going to get Beerus or Vegeta next, but yeah, I'm going to try to get them all and try to get the Shenron figure built. So again, overall, this figure is not at all a bad attempt from Bandai America. The detail is okay, the paint job is basic, but it looks good in some areas. And the articulation is very weak and fragile, but you can still get some good poses out of him if you're careful. And again, I do love how much inspired they were by figure arts, especially in the hip system. The accessories are very weak, but it's nice enough that they even came with an extra set of hands in the first place. And again, like I said, the main reason really to get these guys, I would say, would be just to get the Shenron. I think Shenron would be worth it just enough alone. These guys are about $22, and at the current moment, only GameStop is picking them up. I think at some point or another down the road, Toys R Us should get them, and I don't know where else just yet. But definitely, if you were to go by GameStop and you find this guy, definitely get him. I'd say just get all of them. Any Dragon Ball fan would probably be happy with these guys, and definitely, if you have any kids that love Dragon Ball, just go ahead and get him for $22 to $25. This is not that bad. It's average. It's not that bad. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. This has been Geeky Austin.